thought on Blahzil today I'd talk about Germany. Their consistency is astonishing, isn't it? Well, that's 4 semi-finals in a row they've now made in the World Cup, and that's a record. Granted, they haven't won one, which in itself for them would be disappointed. But wouldn't we love to do something like that, just to be competing and to go right to the end of the tournament? It must be amazing. But they are incredible. They've had this incredible plan in place when they dissatisfied in around 1990 with the way things were going, or just after that, I should say, and they turned things round and started to produce more players, thought about the development of players, and now we're seeing this new generation of German players coming through and threatening to start winning World Cups again. And they'll go pretty close in this World Cup, as we know, because they're very well organised, they're very disciplined, they've got a certain way of playing. And it's funny, whenever you see Germany playing a World Cup, and I've played against them myself, of course, in '90, you always see weaknesses in their side, and you think, but somehow they hide them, they get away with it. We've seen in this tournament, they've played this really high line with a sweeper keeper in Neuer, who's been outstanding, I must add. Must be the best goalkeeper in the world. But they play this high line, so you could think if teams are canny enough, they can exploit it, get behind. But it's not really happened yet. Whether that's necessarily the cleverness of their high line, or perhaps the weaknesses of the opposition's attacking force, I'm not quite sure. I suspect the latter in many ways, but I don't think there's an outstandingly great side in this tournament. And the Germans, with their mentality, their winning mentality, that incredible strength that they have, the fortitude, that they don't seem to be affected by pressure. They just find a way to win, and it was a bit like that in '90. Allow me to reminisce for a second, but we're playing against them. All the advantages went their way. We played extra time against Belgium, extra time in the next round against Cameroon. They had an extra day's rest. They cruised through to the semi-finals, and we had that incredible game with them in Turin. They got a lucky deflection for a goal. We equalised, and it went to penalties. And you just thought, on this occasion, when we were playing, we felt we were going to win that game. And it didn't happen. When it comes to football, they're unquestionably winners, and possibly because of the fact that they've been so successful over so many years, it makes them believe. So even though, again, I didn't really fancy them going into this tournament, and less so once it started, when I saw the manner in which they were playing, now I'm not so sure anymore. They could go all the way. They've got something about them, haven't they? Irritating at times, though, isn't it?